Hey guys, Happy New Year. It's MD Prepper here, my first new review of the new year. We're going to start on a happy note. My latest new toy, a little pricey, but thought I deserved it after working my tail off the end last year. This is the Blind Horse Knives Bushcrafter. I just got this in just after Christmas, and so far I absolutely love it. First thing you're going to say, this is a high-end blade. Yeah, it is. Quite pricey, but it's a lot cheaper than a lot of your other customs out there. One of the things I like a lot about Blind Horse, I've gone on a bit of a buying spree with Blind Horse knives in the last few months. Can't say I regret it at all, though I'm probably going to need to slow things down a bit because these things get a little pricey over time. So, Bushcrafter. Let me go ahead and say this is the most expensive, nicest single blade that I own presently, including a few swords and some other bigger items. This thing ran about $130. Plus I think $8 shipping. Took about 30 days to get here. A little longer I think it was this time just because of the holiday season. I think they were busy with some other things. But this is going to be my primary woodcraft style knife, and I'll go ahead and tell you that I'm going to have a heck of a hard time reviewing other similar style blades compared to this one. This thing rocks. Have not used it a lot yet. So far I absolutely love it. Love everything about it. Can't say enough good things. Let's start off by saying it's 01 tool steel like the rest of the Blind Horse Knives line. Its Rockwell hardness comes in at 57 to 59, somewhere in there. It's about 8.5 inches overall. They say on the website it's a 3.5 inch sharpened edge on the blade. Mine's just shy of 4 inches, so I don't know if I've got a slightly larger one, just lucked out, I don't know. But anyway, full tang, of course. The canvas micarta grips come in various colors. I wanted the green. I just saw the green on their website. Thought it was quite classy. If you can see that there. Flip side there. Very nice. Good handle on it. Good grip. Good thing about micarta. May not be the most exotic thing in the world, but it certainly is durable. This is probably a lifetime blade. And as long as I take care of this thing, keep it oiled up, should last me forever and ever and ever. It's 5/32 thickness there. Flat on the back side, so you can strike it with your ferro rods and all of that. We'll get to the ferro rod options here in a minute. Of course, it has a lanyard hole in it, which I'm a big fan of lanyard holes. I like having that extra little cordage. Even if I don't use it for my wrist, having a little extra cordage around is always a plus. This comes in two different styles. As far as the blade, you can get a flat grind or a Scandi grind. Just look at the pictures on the website. It appears that the flat grind is the most common one, but I have to say I'm a big fan of Scandi grinds. Always have been. For woodwork, for bugging out, for SHTF preparedness, I think a Scandi grind is superior to the rest. Now that's going to be quite the grand argument, but when it hits the fan and you're having to handle things on your own, what's the one thing you're probably going to be needing to manipulate the most that's different from your normal day-to-day? It's going to be wood. You're going to need to work on wood. Or you're going to be building a shelter, carving a spear or an arrow, or just any number of things. Just countless. Whittling, just to pass the time. The medium you're going to be working in the most is going to be wood. In the long term, anyway. Of course, if you're a camper, hiker, being out in the woods, you're already into using the wood. You know, anything will cut rope, paper, that sort of thing. Flat grinds are fine. I got plenty of flat grinds, hollow grinds, convex grinds, etc., etc. Just for my serious duty, prepping type stuff, give me a Scandi. Simple, easy to sharpen, durable, just does the job. I just like Scandis. You may disagree. Let's see, what else about this? Got your finger troll here, very nice. Functions just fine. Got the standard size hand. This fits perfectly. Absolutely perfect. There you go. Got your Blind Horse logo right there. Very, very classy, guys. Like that a lot. Again, this blade is pricey. Like I said, about $130. But again, for a one-time purchase knife that'll last me forever, I don't think $130 is ridiculous. Looking at some of Blind Horse's Pathfinder series knives and some of their others, they're $200, $250. So I think $130 is quite the deal. If you look at Tops Knives, a lot of your other higher grade purchase blades, they're going to run you $200. So $130 is quite inexpensive, I thought. And it does not have a clip point, which you'll notice now most of your survival knives are going to have a clip point. This has what's described as a spear point. Well, people say, well, you can't do as much with this clip-on. Yeah, you can. It just depends on what you're doing. I can stab somebody with this just fine, okay? Probably not going to be what I'm going to want to stab anybody with. I'd prefer to shoot them from a distance. Shotgun or AR-15, AK, bow and arrow, crossbow, any number of things. I don't want to get this close. If I am this close, oh well. Hopefully, again, I'm grabbing my machete, something like that, and lopping off some zombie heads. This will do the job just fine. Good thing about spear point, if you got to make fireboards, that type of stuff, your more primitive things, you can twist that thing just fine and gouge out your basic hole with that point being centered along with the rest of the blade. So it has a lot of options if you think about how to use it. Let's see, last points on the blade. Got the fisheye, little rivets there in it. Adds a little bit of class, very nice there. So very, very nice fit and finish on that. Rest of the things on the blade, I would say this is for medium duty use. It can be used for larger stuff, baton with it, that type of stuff. For your finer work, you're still going to want a smaller blade, just because no blade's perfect for everything. This will do the job okay, but pair it with this one. Get that camera a little bit better. That's my Frontier Valley. That's going to get all of your finer jobs, skinning game, that type of stuff, cleaning smaller things, fish, that type of thing. Smaller camp chores, chopping up fruit, whatever. It's going to get the job done. That's good. Now, if you want something lighter to carry in all the time, what I'll probably end up doing is carrying this along with my little Tiger Nap, which you've seen a review on before if you bother to look. I think the Tiger Nap paired with the Bushcrafter is going to do a stellar job for just about all my medium to smaller purposes. Bigger stuff, I may want my little Laplander folding saw, my Wetterling's axe, something like that. Maybe that little Greenland pattern axe I got from Condor recently for processing some bigger stuff, chopping some logs up and all that. But anyway, the Tiger Nap around my neck, Bushcrafter on my hip, we're going to be good to go across the board for almost all general purposes that I can pretty well think of. Now, let's talk about the sheath with this. Only comes with a single style sheath, the dangler style. Now let me first off say I don't have a whole lot of experience with this dangler style. I know a lot of guys love it, prefer it. I just don't have a lot of experience with it. I'm just used to, when my grandfather brought me up, having this thing attached to your belt nice and secure. So I'm going to try out the dangler. I can obviously take this off with the screw back here if I need to. But nice high grade leather, gorgeous, gorgeous dark brown sheath. I have not oiled this one up like I did my previous ones. Double stitching. You can see that there, so very sturdy. Little hole back there, so if you want to attach it to your leg more securely. Another hole right there. On the back side, I've just got a little screw hole there if you want to take this off. And of course, if you don't want to use this, there's enough area here so that use it as your standard belt loop for carry. It's going to work just fine. Now, one wonderful little addition to this is your little loop there for your ferrocenium rod, your fire steel. Great addition, just a great little afterthought with this thing. Why have to search around for this, have it on your neck, wherever? You've got to keep this next to your blade. I went ahead and took off the little striker on this. I did not want the striker to bounce around, get in the way, and end up scraping up my sheath. Not that the sheath's not going to get beat up at some point anyway, but didn't want to do it prematurely. So, fire steel, got to have one. So that, along with the blade, here we go. Fits in there very deeply, if you can see that. This is not going to slip out and fall out, even with it dangling about. Gravity's going to keep this bad boy in place. If I flipped upside down, this is not going to come out, if you can see that right there. Now, that was me shaking it pretty hard and upside down. That's not going to happen in most situations. Again, pretty big blade. Even if you do drop it, it falls out, you're probably going to be able to find it pretty easily. Love this blade. Great way to start off the new year. Use it a little bit in the backyard. Have not used it for its serious uses yet. We'll probably be doing that here in the next few weeks, I hope. I've been a bit under the weather, so now that I'm feeling better, hopefully I can get out in the nice, cool, crisp air and try this bad boy out, because I think this is my new favorite. Again, for the price it should be. $130, Blind Horse Knives Bushcrafter. Highly recommend it if you got the extra cash. If not, save up. Or if not, get some of their lower price stuff. I think you're going to like the Blind Horse Knives. Been very happy with them. MD Prepper out. Again, Happy New Year.